Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about whole versus processed foods. What's the difference? Why should we care? So let's go ahead and dive in. What are whole foods to start? Whole foods are exactly as they sound. Foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. Things like fresh fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. They have little to no added chemicals, sugars, or preservatives. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, all of the things that our body loves and needs in order to stay healthy. Now, on the flip side, processed foods are going to be altered from their natural state, typically improve shelf life and improve taste. So, this can include anything from prepackaged snacks like granola bars, sugary cereals, canned foods, and frozen meals. Think of things that are like highly palatable and easy to overindulge on. While some processing might be necessary, like washing or chopping, most processed foods have added ingredients. Okay, think sugar, salt, preservatives, artificial flavors, and artificial dyes. All of these things our body doesn't need and honestly has a hard time processing or digesting. All right, so why does this matter? It matters because whole foods are going to be packed with the nutrients that our body can absorb and use easily. They're linked to better digestion, increased energy, reduced risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. On the other hand, eating too many processed foods can actually lead to worse digestion, right? Lower energy levels and poor long-term health problems. Many processed foods are going to be laden with unhealthy fats, sugars, sodium, all of which have been linked to increased metabolism, cause of inflammation, disrupt your hormone imbalances, and an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even some certain cancers. All right, so it's going to be really important for you to understand how to spot processed versus whole foods. And this is going to start in the grocery store. Okay, you're going to go ahead and take a look at an ingredient list. If you can recognize 5 or more ingredients, chances are you can put it in the cart. If you're looking at the ingredient list and you can spot maybe 1 to 2 words that you are familiar with, and the rest is like this long list, you have no idea what it says, put it back on the shelf. Chances are it's overly processed and we got to find a swap for it. All right. Also, look for products that are going to be high in added sugars, unhealthy fats like trans fats, as well as high in sodium content, lots of grams of sodium. All right. Another tip is if you're on the aisle and you're looking at foods that say like instant or convenient, do a double check on those ingredient lists and just make sure that you again know 5 or more ingredients. There's not like a whole list of other things that are added in there in order to make them convenient and instant, things like that. So if you're thinking, all right, Allie, like how do I make some healthier swaps? Let's talk about it. So the first thing we're going to think about is like chips and pretzels, maybe shifting over to some type of vegetable. Think crunchy vegetables like bell peppers, cucumbers, add some salt to that, dip it in a little bit of hummus, make it a little bit more palatable and enjoyable. Instead of sugary cereal, oatmeal with fresh fruit, granola bars, get rid of them. Let's think a handful of nuts or seeds. Sugary drinks, if that's your vice, let's go ahead and think about utilizing water or club soda and flavoring that with fresh fruits, berries, and herbs to help satisfy that craving. All right, you're going to have to start small. I would say small changes add up over time. So think about week 1. What can you do this week to substitute one processed food for one whole food? And over time, your body will be thanking you in terms of how it feels, and you'll start to, it'll start to become easier to take a look at some of those processed foods and swap them out because you'll feel better and you'll be more mindful when grocery shopping. So if this was helpful, certainly leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any other questions here. Otherwise, don't forget to like, you can subscribe, and I'll be back for more healthy tips.